Hello and welcome back to After Effects. So I'm in a project here and I want to add a little bit of text, and I want that text to animate to move on a curved line. So what I'm going to do is on my tools, going to choose the text tool, and I'm going to click on the screen, and I'm going to type in the puppet blinks. That's the text I'm going to add to this. So if I want to do some more editing of my text, I can select it. If I click in here into the layer that has the text and go Control A on the PC or Command A on the Mac, I select it all. I can always go to the window workspace for text, and then I'll have some text controls over here, so I can choose things like the font, size, things like that. I can adjust them a little bit. Okay, so I have my text there. Now what I want to do is I want to put it on a curved line and kind of have it move on that curved line. So what I'm going to do is click on my text layer. I'm going to choose the pen tool. So I'm going to draw basically a mask, but it's not going to be a complete mask that kind of has a fill. I'm just going to draw like that curved line in 3 points. So I'm going to click here for the first one. I'm going to click and drag, and that makes it a curved line. Then click again, and that's the end line of the mask. So this is the line I want that text to move on. So now I go to my text layer, open it up. I see this little subheading for text, and I'm going to open that up. And then I can see this one for path options. Going to open that up. For the path right now, there's none. So I'm going to click there, and there I see that mask 1 that I just drew. When I click on mask 1, you should see the puppet blinks my text on that line I just drew. Now I'm going to go to this. There's a whole bunch of different things down here, but I'm going to go to this one called First Margin. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting the cursor on top of that number and then dragging either to the left or to the right. You can see I can make that text move along that line. So I'm going to start with it down here, and I'm going to click on the stopwatch to make a keyframe. I'm going to go a couple seconds forward and then drag that to the position where I want it to be at the end, which will be right there. And because I had moved the playhead, it makes a new keyframe at that position, and it's going to move my text into that position. Okay, so if I want to, I can right-click or control-click on that keyframe, go to Keyframe Assistant, and just add an easy ease in, just to ease that into its final position. The last thing I'm going to do with that text layer is I'm just going to hit the U key to bring up just what's keyframe. Yeah, there's my movement. You can see that. Now I'm going to click on the layer and hit the T to bring up opacity. So I want the text to fade in as it rolls up here. So maybe about this, at this point, I want it to be 100% so it's readable. I'm going to click on that stopwatch to make a keyframe. I'm going to go back to the beginning and turn my opacity to 0. So you're going to be able to see that text fade in as it moves. And then once it's up there, I'm going to have it fade out again. So I'm going to click on this, this point right here. That's going to add a keyframe with the current value at that point in time. I'm going to go a little forward and then change my opacity to 0. So then the text should fade in, roll up, and after it stays there a while, it should fade down. So I added some text to my animation, put it on a path, did some movement of it, and then added some opacity to fade it up and fade it down.